So this morning I was watching The View, um, and they were talking about a very sad but true story. Um, Not only a story, a reality of missing black kids. But I'm gonna title my video as "Missing Black and Brown American Kids." Um, and it was just sad to see those two mothers, um, the hurt, the pain in their eyes, just to know that their kids are not getting the same attention because, as the reporter who did an investigation said, they're not attractive enough. Seriously? A 7-year-old black girl who I saw the picture, she was adorable. But for them to say that they're not attractive enough, that's not even the case. The fact is that they're black. That's the reality. It's not that they're not attractive, because there's so many of my brothers and sisters that are super attractive. But that's not the case. And that shouldn't even be the point. Is that they're telling these parents, if you guys didn't see the show, one of the mothers, her 7-year-old little girl, uh, went missing. When she went to the police, they said, a 7-year-old girl, they said she probably ran away. Are you serious? That's not, it wasn't the case. And if it had been the case, who cares? Go look for that little girl and don't give her that answer. And it was a white police officer who gave her that answer. Yes, because a lot of them, and I don't care what anyone has to say regarding my video, a lot of them are racist here in California and everywhere else. They're racist. Their answer is, well, that's how those people are. That's how they that's how they that's how they live down in Compton. That's how they live down in East LA. That's how they live down in the Bronx. What you're really trying to say, that's how those black people are. That's how those brown people are. That's how those colored people are. That's what you really want to say. It's just, enough is enough. We just have to. I'm so happy they were talking about this on the show, but this is not enough. It's been happening, it is happening, and it will continue to happen. To tell a mother who's searching for her daughter that her kid is not attractive enough, that the mother, all she wants is to find her kid. But I can go on with so many names of the Casey case, that girl from Colorado, whatever her name is, in which we're so happy they were found. Um, at least the girl from Colorado was found. We're happy they got that media attention. We're not saying don't give them that media attention, but don't take it away from my black brothers and sisters, from my brown people. Do not take that away from them. Give them the same type of media exposure, because this is happening. Why? Because they don't have blonde hair, blue eyes? This is the reality, and that is the reason why they don't get the media exposure that they deserve. The reporter said that he found that it was because they weren't attractive enough and they wouldn't get the same type of public attention. Any kid that goes missing, as a human being, I would think that everyone would care. Doesn't matter what color he or she is, especially kids. But these two mothers, it just honestly broke my heart. It broke my heart into pieces that they're doing everything they can on their own. because the police won't help them. The media won't tell their stories. We won't see the pictures of their kids. Until now, they're talking on TV about it, but like I said, it's not something new. It's something that's been happening, and it's happening right now, and it will continue to happen. And I continue to repeat myself, and I do not care, and I'm doing it because it's just racism. It's because they're black that they're not getting that attention, and that is just not fair. And for those of you who are gonna write nasty comments regarding my video, go ahead, speak up. I really can care less. You can call me whatever names. I've heard it all. This is not about me. This is about those parents who are doing everything they can, who want their kids back, who are suffering as much as a white parent, but they don't get the exposure because they're not attractive enough. No, 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 no. That is not the reason. It's because they're black, and in the white man head, they're not worth the media exposure or to even talk about this story or to even look for them, let alone put it on TV. Like I said, the story it was horrible to hear this. And I was talking to a friend right after the show about how in 2012 we're still, like I said, it's obviously still happening, and all this racism. And like I have encountered myself a lot of racism, not directly, but uh, white people talking about black people and how they always play the race card. And my friend uh, said it quite well. He said the race card thing, it was created by white people to make it okay for them to discriminate against black people. It was a weak cop out for white people to use the race thing. In those two cases, who's being racist? It's two black mothers looking for their kids, looking for their child, and they're not getting the help because they're black. So who's racist here? They're not racist. They're not playing the race card. It's the police officers who are being racist. It's the media who's not giving them the exposure. They're the racist. And we need to start talking about this and make people aware that this is happening. And my heart goes out to those families, those two families, all the families that are looking for their kids. Keep fighting, keep fighting. There's people who care. I care. I care enough to make this video. It's just crazy that one of the findings from his investigation, that the reporter, was that because they weren't attractive enough to be on TV. Again, that's BS. It's because they're black. They're not giving them that attention. Same thing happens with Latinos, brown people, the same situation. And it's like I said, if you're not like them, if you're not blonde hair, blue eyes, then you're nobody to them. The ones that I've encountered, they want to say, or at work when I use some of the co-workers, or they would always say uh, stuff like, if we had passengers who were black, they would say, well, those black people, that's how they are, that's how they act, that's what they're used to. That's would always speak so negative, with so much hate. And same with me, they would say, well, you're cool, but not those Mexicans. And just to um, jump off topic for a second, for the Latinos who are going to watch this video, the whole illegal immigration and wanting to deport all illegals, the racist white people who don't want the illegals here, get it in your heads. It's not they don't want the illegals here. They don't want the Latinos. They don't want someone who looks like you or like me. Someone who's not white. The same thing happens to my black brothers and sisters. They're not looking for their kids because they're black. We need to stand up and make our voices heard. Those kids are as important as any other kids. Doesn't matter what color they are or their background. If they're poor or rich, it shouldn't matter, but obviously it does to some people.